Hey friends, and welcome to your Happy Hamstrings slow flow yoga workout. Today we're going to be doing a yoga flow that's going to loosen up the hips and the hamstrings. All you're going to need today is a pair of blocks if you have them or want to use them, a yoga mat, and a bottle of water. I highly recommend checking out WeGym Fitness for any nice yoga mats that are non-slip and for your other fitness needs like soft kettlebells, soft grip dumbbells, and other amazing fitness accessories. I'll leave my link in the description and you can use my code DBN10 for 10% off. So let's get straight into the workout. We're gonna start in a nice seated position, cross the legs, and find a good spot on the sit bones. Walk the hands out in front, folding at the hips, tucking the chin, taking a nice inhale in, exhale out, and lowering just a quarter of an inch lower if you can. Beautiful, you can walk it up. Come back to your seated position, hands on the knees. I'm gonna tuck the chin to chest, arch the back into cat, and press the chest forward, chin goes to the ceiling, and give it a nice flow. Back and forth. Really feel the shoulders peel back. And the back movement, it feels really nice to warm up the whole body. May not seem like an essential part of opening up the hamstrings and the hips, but it is. A lot of times during the day we're hunched over or sitting, and our entire body is connected, including our core, to our bottom half. Let's do two more. And one. Beautiful. Great. Next, we're gonna bring the feet out wide. You can point the toes towards the ceiling, bring the hands behind your hips, and make a nice crescent moon shape over to each side. So you're rooting in your left hand as your right hand comes over, rooting in the right hand as the left arm comes over. And make a little C shape or moon shape, half moon shape. As you come up and over, give it a nice stretch. You'll feel it in those traps. Beautiful. Let's do 5 more. 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Had to take a braid break because realized I can't do this workout without a braid. All right, let's move to a tabletop position for one of my favorite warm-up moves as of late. So what you're gonna do is sit in tabletop, knees hip width distance apart, spread those fingers nice and wide so you have a nice sturdy surface, and then bring the left leg out perpendicular to your opposite leg. So pointing towards me, you can tuck your back toes or keep them flat, whatever your preference is, and shift the seat back towards your heel. Really stretching as far as you feel comfortable doing, and feel the inner stretch in that inner thigh. This may feel like a very subtle movement, but it really does wonders. It's amazing for that spot that we really often don't stretch enough. So just rock back and forth. Beautiful. inch back just a tiny hair more if you can. Again, if you feel any pain in your knee, you can untuck the toes, or you can also put a little towel underneath your knee if your knee feels any pain or discomfort. Shouldn't feel any pain, but if it feels discomfort. All right, so switch the legs. You're gonna switch to the opposite side. Now I'm gonna switch sides for you. So bring the right leg out. You can tuck the back toes and rock back and forth. You can really feel it on the right side. Very tight from this week's strength training. We also have strength training on the channel. If you're interested, let me know what kind of workouts you enjoy. If you enjoy yoga more, strength more, a little mix of both. We do both on the channel since I am a personal trainer and new certified yoga teacher. 2 more. 2 and 1. All right, take that foot back in. You can sit on your heels for just a second. Take it back into tabletop real quick. First down dog of this workout, pedal out your feet. Tuck the chin, really press into the heels. Walk it out for a second. Start by bringing the right leg up and back. Right leg goes between the hands. Lift up into warrior 1. Pause here for a second. You can heel toe out if you need to realign your hips and just feel that stretch. Back toes pointed 45 degrees out. And open the arms, open the chest into warrior 2. Back hand comes down on the back knee, right arm comes overhead to a crescent moon shape, reverse warrior. And come back to warrior 2 for a second. Pop the toes towards the front of your mat. And we're gonna come into a wide-legged forward fold, grab those blocks. You can have those blocks in front of you, palms on them, or you can lower to your elbows. You can always take them away if you need more advanced pose. Beautiful. Shift towards the short edge of your mat now, pointing both toes towards that short edge, and straighten out the legs as much as you can. Again, keeping your blocks next to you. I find that this is one pose that really often is helpful to have the blocks with you. And straighten out as much as possible with a micro bend in the knees. You can always lower down if you need, but I find blocks really help for this one. Awesome. Now take each block just a foot out in front of you, lift the back leg, standing split. You want to keep the hips parallel to the floor, pointed down towards your mat, not out wide. Awesome, and step that foot back. Beautiful, come to the top, and we'll do your opposite side. So you can step it back or find your way into down dog, whatever feels good to you. Lift the left leg up and back. Bring it between your palms. Hands come up. Warrior 1. Spread the hands. Open the chest. Warrior 2. Back toes out 45 degrees. And then bring your left hand up. Right hand goes on the right knee. Reverse warrior. Come back to center. come into your wide-legged forward fold, so toes pointed out 45 degrees. Make your way down towards your mat. You can reach, touch your mat if you can, or grab those blocks again. And lower, hinging at the hips, coming down as far as you need. This is your practice after all. Come to the top of your mat. You're gonna have that left leg in front, blocks on each side of your foot, feet hip width distance apart. Now bring the blocks up front, one foot. Lift your back leg parallel to the floor. You can point your toes down or keep them straight. And bring it back down, perfect. All right, we're gonna do that 2 more times on each side, doing it a little faster on these next 2 sets. So join me in warrior 1. Right leg in front, left leg comes back. Open the hands out wide. Beautiful. Warrior 2. Point both toes towards the front of your mat. Come down into wide-legged forward fold. Hinging the hips. Feel the hamstrings loosen as you lower towards the floor. Walk it towards the front of your mat. Straighten both legs. Pyramid pose. If you can lower your head just a tiny bit. Get a little extra stretch in here. Walk the blocks out front. Lift the back leg. Breathe it out. Beautiful. I really feel it in the right leg this time. All right, step it to the top and step the right leg back this time. Hands come up, back toes point out 45 degrees, warrior 1. Open the hands wide, warrior 2. Flip palms, reach back with your top hand. Stretch your side body. Come back to warrior 2 for just a second. I'm gonna flip around. Bring the blocks if you'd like and lower into forward fold. Nice job. This time really release into the blocks. Melt your hips. Beautiful. Blocks come up front. Straighten both legs. Come bend at the hips. These bending movements really help open up the hips and the hamstrings. I know it feels good after a couple days of editing for me. Beautiful. Stretch just 1/8 of an inch lower. All right, and walk the blocks to the top of your mat, lift the back leg, standing split. And lower. All right, one more time through on both sides, and then we're gonna do your supine poses, and then we're all finished. So bring it to the top, take your left leg back, warrior 1. This time we're gonna do it a little more quickly. Open up, warrior 2. Flip the palms, reverse warrior. And toes point towards the wide edges of your mat, lower down with your blocks or just with your hands. Blocks come on the outside of your right foot. Straighten both legs, point towards the short edge of your mat. Pyramid pose. Step the blocks towards the front of your mat, and back leg comes up. Beautiful. Stand at the top of your mat. Now you can bring your right leg back, hands come up. Same thing, opposite side. Widen your stance, warrior two. Flip your palm. And circle it back, opening up into your wide forward fold. Really feel into it. This is your last wide-legged forward fold. And it really feels good to just shake your tush side to side. Feel any delicate pops in your tight muscles. Breathe it out. Beautiful. Lower just 1/8 of an inch. Ooh. And release. Bring the blocks to both sides of your foot. We're gonna have your left leg in front this time. Straighten and bend at the hips. Lower towards your knee. Walk the blocks out. And right leg parallel to the floor. Last, final standing split. You can bring yourself to a seated position. Come down to your back whenever you're ready. You're just gonna hold a couple moves to further unlock those tight hamstrings. So bring your feet to hands. You can hold onto your toes or hold the inner corners of your foot. Whatever feels good to you. We're gonna hold a happy baby. Really appreciate the time you spent in this active recovery workout. You can kind of roll side to side. We have a happy baby in the background too. You can release the feet and bring one knee to chest. Twist that knee to the opposite side. Might feel a slight pop in your hips. I know I did. Breathe in and out. Bring the knee up. Hug the opposite knee to chest. Cross that knee over to the opposite side. Breathe into the stretch. I know you're feeling this one too. And whenever you're ready, you can hug your knee and roll back to the top of your mat. Take a seat. Take a moment to appreciate the work that you put into this workout and making time for you. Let me know in the comment section below what are some workouts that you want to see more of on the channel, and make sure to like this video and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thanks so much for joining me in today's workout, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.